What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all phase shots and phase edits. I'm going to start off with a couple that most people already know, but if you are a little bit newer or not as advanced, then you'll be able to get these down. And then I'm going to go into some more advanced ones that I invented. So there's no way that you could have seen these before. These moves are specifically designed to catch your opponents off guard. Because nobody uses these moves, no one is going to expect you to pull these out. But I also would not recommend you to do the same move twice on the same opponent. Great for real games and tournaments, not so good if you're 1v1ing a friend that you play all the time. We're gonna start off with a basic ramp phase. All you have to do is place the ramp in your box, then you flip it the opposite direction, and then you flip it back. Make sure you're standing at the back of your box so that the ramp faces on your feet. Here, you're able to actually edit the wall in front of you, and you can also shoot through the ramp. The enemy cannot see you at all. As you can see, I'm shooting the buttons in the background, and I changed it from day to night, just to show y'all that the bullets are actually going through. I would say this is the most popular and most common one you'll run into. And it's pretty simple to do as well. Okay, so the next one is in case the opponent is above you. You start off with placing the ramp in your box, then you flip it just like before. But this time, you stand a little bit further in front of the box so that your head is just barely phasing through the ramp. You gotta be careful to not walk too far forward because you will phase out of the ramp. Right here, as you can see, your aim is perfectly clear. You can shoot the opponent and then walk straight through the ramp. This way, if they jump in your box, they'll be on the other side of the ramp, and if they shoot you, it's going to hit the ramp. Okay, so those were both ramp phase tricks. I typically don't have ramps in my box. I prefer to have cones. And if you're box fighting people, I strongly recommend to keep a cone in your box instead of a ramp. It's just so much more convenient. So here are the cone phase tricks. So imagine you hit a window peek on someone, boom, okay? What you're supposed to do usually after this is after you reset, you also edit the cone to make sure no shots bleed through. But instead of doing it this way, I like to do it this way. I made a whole video on it and I explained it. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out up here. As you can see, if I reset the cone while standing at the back of the box, I actually do phase the cone. So right here, I can shoot completely through it, but most people don't know you can do this because it doesn't work on all surfaces. As you can see right here, I'm standing on the floor at the back of the box, and I reset it and it does not phase. So this only works on certain surfaces that you didn't build. Right here, I'm gonna edit on the person, shoot, and then flip the cone. If I stand right here in the middle of the back left tile and crouch, when I reset, I'll phase the cone. Now this works on your own builds. It may or may not work on surfaces that you didn't build. Right here, I can edit on someone and shoot them, and they can't see me. I'm completely invisible. This is extremely easy to do, and it's extremely fast as well. That's why I'm teaching you this one first, because it's the easiest. Now this can work on both sides, right and left. So imagine if you was box fighting diagonally on someone, you could shoot them from that angle and they can't see you. Also, while you're phased in the cone, after you shoot, you can simply step into the cone to make sure you don't get shot back. Then from there, you can either edit down or edit out the side. Now here's another one. You edit these two left tiles, then you reset without confirming, and then you edit the top left tile. Right here, it gives you a good right-hand peek, and it allows you to have vision on the right side of your screen. You can actually do this while you're standing as well. And if you do a peanut butter on this and they run in your box, you can always just walk forward and then edit out and they'll be trapped in your box. This is really good for diagonal box fighting as well. You just edit the two back tiles and then you edit the back left tile, just like you did before. Now from here you can edit through a window and shoot, or you can do a peanut butter. Either one's fine. Now I would say be careful about being here too long because they just might spray into the box from where you're shooting and their bullets would go through. but this is what it looks like from the other person's POV. They can't see you at all. You can then edit the 2 back tiles, reset without confirming, and then edit the back right tile like this. And this way, if someone's on the right side, you can hit their toes with a clean view. But you gotta be quick because as the pyramid builds, there will be a wooden plank that blocks your vision. So you gotta be pretty fast. But if someone were to shoot back at you, you could just step to the right, underneath the cone, and it'll block the shot. I would not recommend editing the 2 right tiles and then editing the top right tile, because in this situation, it blocks your view. Yeah, you're still covered, but you can't aim. This is like the only one I would recommend never doing. You know the ramp phase trick, where you phase your head through the ramp? You can also do that with a pyramid. All you have to do is edit the 2 back tiles, reset without confirming, then edit the 2 front tiles. I find this one more convenient. You can also do the first ramp phase trick with a pyramid, but you can only do it on certain surfaces. I'm gonna show you some scenarios. Imagine if you're boxing out, you could just have it edited like this, reset, and shoot the person, especially if they're jumping onto your box. It's so easy to do, and it's extremely simple as well. You can do this really fast. And imagine doing it to the other side. You boxed out, you reset it, and then you shoot them. They don't see you. It's super simple. This can also be done from high ground retakes as well. So imagine I'm triple editing up. I can put a cone over here, put a floor, and reset it, and shoot them, place some walls, and then build up. It's super easy, it's super fast, and it's extremely unexpected. Now I'm gonna do it a little bit slower. So I place a cone out here, edit the far left tile, then I place a floor. You gotta make sure you're standing in the right spot. See here, I was standing too far back, so I'll scoot up a little bit. And to the left. No, that was too far as well. You gotta make sure you're really in there. And there we go. This is where you need to try landing when you do a side jump, okay? Now I'm completely covered. You can also piece control somebody from here as well. Place a wall and some cones, and you can box them while being completely protected. And then as you can see, what I like to do is step out, right? And then I build the walls up and jump. Don't try jumping out of the cone to double jump. As you can see, if I jump, it glitches out and I do some tiny jump. And then I would have to jump again. It takes too much time. If you just step out and then jump, it's so much faster. You can also phase shoot from triple editing. So as you can see, I triple edited, I placed 2 walls. Now I'm gonna edit a low wall like this with the right side open. I can crouch back here, reset the cone, and now as I step to the right, I'll shoot and then duck behind the cone. This way is so hard to get shot. Now you can do the same thing. Here I just boxed up all the way around me. I'm editing a low wall again like that. I reset the cone, but instead of crouching, you can also do it by just standing up. You can also, if you want to get a little PC with it, cone them from the side. And you got a wall in them, edit the cone, edit the low wall like this instead. It's so much easier and so much faster. Place the walls around and piece them from below and then shoot them. I don't think you've ever seen anyone do that before. People like to run in your box, so they're literally going to just run into your shotgun shot. So the next one is meant to confuse your opponents on what you're doing, and it gives you a nice right hand peek. You edit the floor, you walk up, and then you reset it so that it's phasing through your head a little bit. Then you edit the cone, the top left tile, but you don't confirm it. You walk back and then you confirm it so that the floor fully builds, and then your pyramid is edited on the outside of it and mantle up. And now you have a perfect right hand peek on them. And they're gonna be so confused. So from your opponent's perspective, they can't see through the floor. So when you edit out like that, they're going to be aiming where a person typically would come out at. And as you can see, if I aim over here, my head is actually blocking where you would mantle up on. And if you've ever fought someone who loves the mantle, you know, for one, they get the first shot. And when they're not expecting it, it's so much better. And you have a right hand peek. If you enjoyed these new phase tricks, please smash the like button. And let me know your honest opinion in the comment section below. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss a single video.